Hi there, welcome back. Well, this is our final video for this year, until the new year. So, hope you're all in the festive spirit and mood for things. This project is stunning, absolutely stunning. Look at that gorgeous confetti glitter from Jules at Resin Jules. I didn't actually use it in the end. Also showing you some of these really beautiful, sort of almost like Aurora Borealis or translucent-y style string of pearl beads. Obviously they're faux pearls, and we've got the white ones here as well, because at this point I wasn't sure whether or not which colour I was going to use. But these are Christmas tree decorations, so the sort of garland decoration that maybe you'd put on your Christmas tree. This is a mould that we've used before. It's got the more straighter, although slightly slanted sides. It's a great mould to use. It does have its little pitfalls though, so you have to be careful that you don't get air bubbles and so on. So here are the two pieces to this mould, just showing you the Twinkle Tints range there from Jules at Resin Jules, the lovely Jules. And what we're going to do is we're just taking our dry bristle paintbrush and doing a tried and tested technique for us, goodness me, and dipping it into that lovely twinkle tint and then really brushing it into the mould using both of those colours, the gorgeous white and the silver colour. So it just picks up slightly. Hopefully you can see it there on the camera. And then going to do exactly the same thing to the base part of this pot mould. Turn it inside out. There we go. Make sure that you just push all those little pointed parts out as well, and a bit of a time lapse here showing you what I'm doing. The grey or the silver looks a lot darker on the time lapse. It's not, as you can see. Look at that lovely pops of iridescent colour. So just carefully pop it back round the right way, and also I'm going to give it a little tap upside down just to make sure any excess comes out, which is what I'm doing just there. It's a great mould to use, this one. It's got a lot of support to it, which is great. Now, made the decision on the type of pearls I want to put in. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Laura, why haven't you cut them off the strand? Well, if I cut them off the strand, well, they're all going to have holes through them. And anything like that, when you put it in resin, it's going to create bubbles. And what we don't want is bubbles with air bubbles and things getting trapped in this project. Definitely don't want that. Now, I've handed over to Wayne, so these are Wayne's gloved hands. Don't forget, when you're using resin, whether it's epoxy resin, UV resin or eco resin, you recommended you always wear gloves. Not so much maybe with the eco resin, but I would say, you know, if you're like me and you've got a bit of skin sensitivity to these things, particularly to eco resin, you must wear gloves. Goes without saying, with UV resin and eco resin, you must wear gloves. Follow all the instructions on the manufacturer's labels with regards to the mixing ratios. We used Crystal Clear by Tea Expert, and boy is it crystal clear. It's a 1-to-1 mixing ratio. It's very easy to use, but as I said, make sure you follow all of the PPE instructions and guidelines with regards to wearing gloves, wearing a respirator mask. That is not a COVID mask, that is a full face filtered respirator mask. Work in a well ventilated area, so doors and windows open. If you've got an air filtration system like we have, I'll link that in the description box. It's by Resiners. They are a considered purchase, but they are well worth the money when you're trying to protect your health. So Wayne is just trying to figure out a way at this point of how to put the pearls in the base of the pot. Creates a little bit of a pattern. He's mixed up some of the resin. As you can see, look how clear that is. Nothing added to this resin at all. No glitter, no tint, nothing at all. No micas. Of course, you can do that if you want to. Totally up to you, but we decided not to because we've already got the tint brushed on or burnished onto the mould. So he's poured it in, and you may be thinking to yourself, that doesn't look full. Well, it is and it isn't. He's just pressing down those pearls a little bit. That's a coffee stir stick he's using. For some reason this one, actually no, that's a kebab stick. Good Lord. Okay, obviously not used previously for eating kebabs, but these were some that we happen to have in our craft stash. So it's just easy to use them. Go careful if you're using anything with a point and you're using on a silicone mold, because you don't want to scratch your mold. Yeah, it's just making sure that there's enough resin in there for it to cure, and then put it to one side, spritz it with some isopropyl alcohol before then putting it in our Resiners curing machine, which we were very kindly gifted by Resiners recently. Again, there'll be a link in the description box so that you can go straight to there. And currently I think they've got, I'm not sure if it's either 10 or 15% off, which is really good. So Wayne's realised that although he's put some of those lovely pearls in the handle part of that lid, the knob part of the lid, he did need to remove them to pop some resin down, and then he's put the little pearls back in again and now topping it up with resin. So he filled it all the way up to the top, went into the corners of that mould, because that's where one of the pitfalls is with this mould. You've got to be careful that you do make sure you don't get any air bubbles trapped, otherwise you're going to have a problem with its overall appearance when you demold it. So put it into the curing machine, and this is 2.5 hours later. Yes, you heard me right, folks. 2.5 hours later, not 24 to 48 hours later. Now he's demolding, and yep, look at that. We've got had some air bubbles trapped, which is really unfortunate, and they've created a problem now with the edge of that mold. But look how crystal clear it is. Wow. Absolutely love the effect of, I love this resin. The crystal clear version. T-Expert resin is exceptionally good anyway. We don't get paid. It's not a paid for promotion. We buy all of our own supplies. We were just lucky recently to be gifted a machine by Resiners. Everything else we supply ourselves out of our own pockets. So just demolding the base of this pot now. Wow, look. So the pearls just sort of floating a little bit there. Nice sort of design pattern there, so just a little bit, and Wayne's just checking it at this point to see if it's cured okay. Are there any little bubbles? Look at the reflection of that top there. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you'd think maybe it was mercury glass or something like that, or dare I even say Murano glass? Maybe not, maybe that's a little bit too far stretch the imagination. Look at the way the light reflects. Fantastic. Now you could leave it completely like that at this point, but I did think that the lid, it was lacking something a bit, and this is me looking at the pot deciding, or trying to decide, well, one, we've got to fix those bits that are missing, which were those little air bubbles that got trapped whilst it was curing, but I wanted to try and add in a bit more detail on the lid so it matched with the part on the knob part there, the very top of the pot, and also with the base, so it was a bit more cohesive. Look at this. This is just beautiful. The cure on this and the finished piece is gorgeous, apart from the fact I do need to sort out the base of it, because the resin did shrink back a little bit. Now, all I'm going to do here, there was a slight sharp lip or edge to that lid, so I'm just taking the deburring tool, working my way around little bit at a time. As I said, bits of this have been sped up because I took my time. It took me a few minutes just to go around and make sure that I'd taken off that excess without scratching the mold as well. I also did the same to the base there in preparation for putting a final coating of resin on the base. And I'm going to use UV resin, so gloved hands, mixed, popped some UV resin in a little pot, added in the two colours of the twinkle tints, the gorgeous white and the silver, mixed it up into the UV resin and just applying it there. That's a coffee stir stick, not a kebab stick or anything else. Obviously you use whatever tools you have to hand and you feel comfortable using, and then warning, there's a UV light coming up any moment. I popped it into, I just cured it up to start with a UV torch that we have. Obviously if you've got a UV lamp, use that. If you've got the resinous curing machine, you can also use that. So we did initially with the torch, just a little bit, there we go, and then popped it into the curing machine as well. Ironically, it only took a minute in the curing machine. So now back to the lid. What to do? Now, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. If you've just used clear resin, maybe with a touch of alcohol ink in it or some glitter, you wouldn't necessarily need to do this part. But I wanted to. I wanted it just to, there we are, there's the base just showing you quickly there. I wanted to try and tie the lid in a bit more with the base. So gone back to the stash of those beautiful, or the lovely length of those lovely iridescent Aurora Borealis pearl garland, and decided to put it round the top part there of that lid, using the UV resin as a glue, and warning, UV torchlight coming up. So just popped it into position there, held it down a little bit, and then gave it a bit of a cure with the light. So I hope you're enjoying this video. As I said before at the beginning, this is our final one for this year, for 2025, for December 2025. Hope you've enjoyed all of the ones that we've been doing for Christmas, Craftmas, Vlogmas. Good Lord, that's a mouthful to say. We'll be going back to our usual upload routine in the new year. 2 videos a week on the Friday and the Sunday at 5 PM UK time. We'll be using epoxy resin, UV resin, eco resins, maybe a bit of air dry clay, maybe some other things as well. But we would love you to come along on that journey with us. If it interests you, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Make sure that you've hit the notification all bell or button, and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, you can also share our videos, and it is free to subscribe to our channel. We don't charge memberships or anything like that. We're just happy that we can give some inspiration to others to have a go at doing things for yourselves. So there we are. Look at that. By the way, if you've joined us in the live chat today, hello to everybody in the live chat. Hope everyone is ready for the festive season, done all their Christmas shopping. So here is the very final shot of the last video for 2025 for us. We really hope you've enjoyed this video, all of the videos this month, and all the videos this year. Why not check out our playlist? And we will see you all again in the new year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you all. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.